We're going to start with just some of the basics around 802.11. First of all, 802.11 is a set of protocol standards that is managed by the Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Now, the IEEE, which is the Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers, is responsible for a wide variety of protocols having to do with electrical systems. In the case of 802.11, what we're talking about is local area networks using wireless technology. So we've got wireless local area networks, and 802.11 actually is the set of protocols that have to do with using radio transmissions in order to pass data communications so that what you end up with is a local area network. Now, you may be more familiar with using wires, using Cat5 cabling, and using Ethernet over that. 802.11 provides the same functionality, so we get OSI model layer 2 access using the radio networks, wireless transmissions. There are a wide variety of standards, and we will get into this a little bit later on, with regards to the different protocol standards like A, B, G, and N, which are subsections, if you will, of 802.11. And those have to do with changes in frequencies and bandwidth utilizations to support higher throughput across this wireless communication mechanism. Now, I am at IEEE802.org, and you can see we are at subsection 11 here. And this is really a place where you can go take a look at draft proposals for new protocol standards. It's difficult actually to get access to some of these specifications. You actually have to be a member of the IEEE to get to the actual documentation around the standards. They don't just give them out for free as a general rule. However, you can go Google searching and you can find a lot of information. Without getting the actual document, you can get the details about the protocol. So, for example, we've got the list of 802.11 standards, where A has to do with 54 megabits per second on the 5 gigahertz band, B is the 2.4 gigahertz band, 802.11e has to do with quality of service. We've got handover, power control, authentication, and encryption. So we've got a wide variety of different standards here that fall under 802.11. Now, you'll also see here N, which is a more recent protocol, and one of the even more recent ones than that is AC, which is operating below 6 gigahertz in order to get 1 gigabit per second for multi-station operation, as you can see here. And that means that you can have multiple channels that will actually give you that 1 gigabit per second. Otherwise, if you've got a single link, it would be 500 megabits per second. And again, we'll talk more about some of these particular protocols a little bit later on. But it's worth understanding that when we're talking about 802.11, and this is commonly called Wi-Fi, we are talking about using a particular set of frequencies in order to transmit data on. And we'll talk in more detail about the frequencies and some of the challenges with using those frequencies a little bit later on. But 802.11, again, is a set of standards that is managed by the IEEE, having to do with using wireless communications to allow data transmissions between different systems. So basically, you're getting networking through the air rather than connecting to a wire.